Hello children, today we are starting the 11th chapter, the Earth and its Neighbours. I am going to show you a very beautiful picture. What is this? A picture showing night sky. Sky, especially the night sky, has always fascinated us. You can see moon, a part of the moon, and very beautiful stars shining in the sky. Mind-blowing picture, isn't it? We all love to look into the sky. Looking at the sky and sitting simply is a very good experience. But we should have a cool and calm mind for enjoying the beauty of sky. Today, we'll study about the night sky. You can see stars in the sky, you can see moon in the sky, you have planets. They all belong to the night sky or the sky. Let us study about stars. Stars are tiny speck of light that appear in the sky. We see stars as shining objects because it is a huge ball of gases. It produces its own heat and light. Sun is a star. Do you all know that? It is the closest star to the earth. There are stars which are bigger than sun and there are stars which are smaller than sun also. Majority of the stars are far away from earth compared to sun. Sometimes these stars form patterns in the sky. Certain patterns or arrangements are made by these stars. They are arranged in a specific way in the sky. And that is termed as constellations. Okay? The stars form patterns in the sky, these patterns are called constellations. I'll show you the pictures of some constellations. I hope it is clear. These are the different patterns. See, the stars will be arranged in this way. But it will not be very close arrangement. It will be wide. Only if you look carefully, you can see these arrangements. But actually, they are present in the night sky. So, these arrangements or patterns formed by the stars in the sky are termed as constellations. We have different constellations of different shapes in the night sky. So, just try to find out some constellations. You can relate it to some of the things that you see in your normal life. Okay? Just find out. That is a homework for you, or you are sitting at home now, of course. That is a work for you. Just find out names of 5 constellations and the shapes which they have relating to the normal life. Okay? Now, we see millions and millions of stars in the sky. Can we count the stars? Many of you might have tried in your childhood, isn't it? Means when you are very small, you will try to count the stars in the sky. That is not possible because there are millions and millions of stars in the sky. And the millions of stars that you see when you are standing on the earth is just a part of a Milky Way galaxy. This is a Milky Way galaxy. You are seeing only a very small part of this galaxy because there are billions and billions of stars in a Milky Way galaxy. Okay, just remember there are billions of stars in a Milky Way galaxy, of which a very small part you are seeing. And there are millions and billions of galaxies on earth. So, one galaxy contains billions of stars. So, can you imagine the size of universe containing billions and billions of galaxies like this? Not at all. We can't even estimate the size of universe, isn't it? It is very, very vast. So when we look from the earth, we see many stars which are a part of this Milky Way galaxy. It is a spiral shape. Spiral means round and round. Spiral shaped galaxy, just like a spring. Okay, this Milky Way galaxy is a spiral shaped galaxy, a part of which we are seeing when we view the sky from the earth. Okay. Now another heavenly object that we see in the night sky is planets. Planets are actually heavenly bodies that does not have its own heat and light. Okay, planets are heavenly bodies that does not have its own heat and light. It is a slow moving heavenly body. It moves very, very, very slowly. Whereas stars, they do not move, they remain in a fixed place. But planets, they slowly move. And they move around whom? The brightest star, that is the sun. Planets move around the sun. Okay, planets are slow moving bright heavenly bodies. They do not have heat and light of its own. They just reflect the light of the sun falling on it. Okay, planets reflect the sun, light of the sun falling on it. Planets are smaller than a star. Planets are smaller than a star. Now the sun, the planets and their satellites, and we are going to study what is a satellite, together form the solar system. You have already learned what is a solar system, isn't it? The sun, the 8 planets and their stars, satellites together form the solar system. So this picture gives you a clear idea about the solar system. The sun in the middle and all the planets moving around the sun in a fixed path called orbit. What is the path called? Orbit. Okay, so I'll just tell you which are the planets. The first one in the first orbit is Mercury, which is the closest planet to the sun. Mercury. In the second line you can see, or second orbit you can see Venus. Venus has a specialty, it is called morning or evening star because it is found in the morning and evening. Okay, second planet is Venus. Then we have Earth. Earth is the third planet. You can see Earth is very colorful with blue color, which shows the presence of water in it. Okay, Earth. After Earth, you have a red colored planet which can be easily identified in the night sky. It is called Mars. Okay, so Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. Then we have Jupiter. Jupiter is the brightest and largest planet. Okay, Jupiter. Then we have the next planet, Saturn. Saturn is the planet. It has rings around it. You can see rings around it. Okay, system of rings. Okay, Saturn. Then Uranus. Uranus also has rings, but that is not shown in this picture. Uranus, and the last one is Neptune. Okay, this is how a solar system appears. Okay, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune are the 8 planets of our solar system. In these 8 planets, the last 2 were discovered, or they were found out after the invention of telescope. You know what is a telescope, isn't it? Telescope is an instrument used to see objects which are far away. Okay, telescope is used to see planets or objects which are far away, celestial or heavenly objects which are far away from us. Okay. So, Venus, these are some important things about the planets. Okay, Venus is called morning or evening star. The brightest and the largest planet is Jupiter. Planet with rings around it is Saturn. Then the planet in which life exists, the only planet in which life exists, you know the answer. What is it? Yes, our Earth. We all live on Earth. And that is the only planet which supports life on it. There are several reasons for the Earth to support life on it, that we will learn in higher classes. But compared to the other planets, it is better to live on Earth. That is why we choose to have life on Earth, isn't it? So all these planets revolve around the Sun. They move around the Sun in a fixed path called orbit. Okay, and we live on the third planet, which is the Earth. Okay, now we are going to study about satellites. Satellites revolve around the planets. Planets revolve around the Sun, whereas satellites revolve around the planets. Okay, they are small heavenly bodies that revolve around the planets. The picture of a satellite is shown here. Moon is the natural satellite of Earth. That is, some planets have their own satellites which is naturally created. Okay, the natural satellite of Earth is Moon. That is why you saw a picture, in this picture you saw a small round thing near Earth. I didn't explain that time, isn't it? This small thing is the Moon. Okay, so Earth, it revolves around the Sun and Moon revolves around the Earth. So this, as a system of Moon moving around the Earth, it keeps on moving around the Sun. Okay, so satellites are small heavenly bodies that revolve around the planet. Moon is the natural satellite of Earth. This picture is of an artificial satellite. Natural satellites are there naturally. We can't do anything, isn't it? But there are artificial satellites that are sent into space to revolve around the planets. This is for collecting information and taking pictures of these planets. Nobody can go there and take a photograph and come, isn't it? So that is all done with the help of artificial satellites launched into space. And artificial satellites are man-made satellites which are sent for a specific purpose. Okay, so this picture shows an artificial satellite. So there are several interesting things about night sky or the sky, isn't it? From this small information itself, it is very clear that it is very interesting thing to study about Earth or space or planets. Okay, so we learned about stars. Stars are tiny speck of light that appear in the night sky. It is a huge ball of gases. Sun is a star. Then we learned about constellations, that is patterns created by stars in the sky. Milky Way galaxy, which contains billions of stars. Then we learned about the next heavenly object, that is planets. They are small heavenly bodies that move around the Sun in a fixed path called orbit. 8 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. There was a 9th planet also, okay, that is called Pluto. Pluto was considered as too small. So Pluto was considered as a dwarf planet in 2006, and later it was called Plutoid in 2008. So it is no longer considered as a member of solar system, family member of solar system. It is cut from there. So the 8 planets, Sun and the satellites revolving around the planets together form the solar system. Okay, and satellites are small heavenly bodies that revolve around the planet. Natural satellite of Earth is Moon. So I hope these are all interesting things for you, and you will read the chapter definitely, isn't it? I know you are all eagerly waiting to know about space and Earth. We'll learn about more interesting facts in the next video. So read your textbook. Thank you.